In this problem, I have y equals negative x squared minus 6x plus 16. And I'm going to try to figure out if 4 comma negative 10 is a solution to this parabola. The first way I'm going to try to do this is factoring. So I'm going to rewrite my equation. And what I'm going to do is factor out a negative 1. So now I'm going to kind of do my reverse multiplication and figure out when I multiply negative 1 into this parentheses, I should get negative x squared minus 6x plus 16. So this is actually an easy problem because it's just the opposite of what I see. So instead of negative x squared, I have positive x squared. Instead of negative 6x, I have positive 6x. Instead of positive 16, I have negative 16. Now, I'm going to factor this part. I'm looking for two numbers that are going to multiply to negative 16, and they're going to add to positive 6. I can use multiplication to figure out that a should be equal to positive 8 and b is equal to negative 2. When I add those together, I get positive 6, and when I multiply them, I'm going to get negative 16. This means that my equation will look like this now. Y equals negative 1 times x plus 8 times x minus 2. And let me just remind you where I got those numbers. Plus 8 comes from right here, because a is plus 8, and then minus 2 comes from here because b was negative 2. Now I can do something where I figure out my zeros. I know that when x is equal to negative 8, y is equal to 0. And I know that when x is equal to positive 2, y is equal to 0. But that's not actually what I want to try to figure out. I want to figure out if I plug in x equals 4, will I get y equals 10, negative 10, excuse me. So what I'm going to do is plug this in to my equation. So I have y equals negative 1 times x plus 8 times x minus 2. Now I'm going to plug in x equals 4. Y is equal to negative 1 times 4 plus 8 times 4 minus 2. And now I'm just going to simplify. Negative 1 times 4 plus 8 is 12. 4 minus 2 is 2. Negative 1, and then this is 24. And then y is equal to negative 24. So I can conclude that y is going to be equal to negative 24 when I plug in positive 4 for x. So this is not a solution. Another quick way I could have done it was plug in x equals 4 into my original equation. Y is equal to negative 4 squared minus 6 times 4 plus 16. And then I get y is equal to negative 16 minus 6 times 4 plus 16. And I get y is equal to negative 16 minus 24 plus 16. And then this would give me y is equal to negative 24 again.